if I'm actually on time today. Oh my goodness, please go. Yes! Come on! We went live right on the dot. Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. You know what, man? Today's video is sponsored by grief. Grief is when you lose someone. If you want to get some grief, support Bayern a lot. Yeah. If you want to get grief, support Bayern. You know what? It's typical. I pretty much am used to this. I'm used to players getting to a certain age and deciding to move on, and that's normal. Thiago, ready to tackle de Miastro, is definitely leaving us. We know that for a fact. You know what's funny? I genuinely was starting to bring up the hope that he might stay. The hope was creeping in. The hope that Liverpool would be too broke. I swear, Bayern and Liverpool have one thing in common. We're broke champions. We don't have any money to spend, despite winning the Champions League. I don't know, so there's a lot of things that everyone's wanting Dest. I mean, look, we're going to try and hop around until we get over this. And it's normal. It's normal. This is absolutely normal. If you feel like we just lost someone, if you feel grief, well, hit that like button because I'm grieving too. That's why today's video is sponsored by grief. We lost someone. But Hansi Flick's press conference, I want to do this more regularly and just look into it. Flick has he had a lot of things to say about his, the situation with Thiago. Hansi wants a replacement. He wants players that, play like look, sometimes if you lose a player of his quality, you have to replace him. I think that's pretty normal. I don't know if there's a single person out there that doesn't want a Thiago replacement. But Flick said goodbye to Thiago. But one thing he did say was that Thiago gave the team a lot of options and made us unpredictable. He solved things in different ways you didn't expect. Now we're losing yet another great player. We are in contact with Hassan and we are confident that we can do something. That's the most important thing. You have to replace players. If Thiago's leaving, you have to bring a player that's similar to his level of ability and offers the same type of solutions and the same option and bring him in. Someone significantly younger, of course. I'd like a Ismail Benissa. I'm sure every one of you are going to bring up some Wi-Fi password names and they're all going to be good options. But the club have to decide to actually replace Thiago because he's a good player. I mean, I feel weird with this Thiago transfer. I'm not going to lie. I feel a little bit of a weird vibe. And this isn't anything towards Thiago or anything, but I just feel like the timing of it and the reasoning behind it, right? Usually if a player hates the club and they leave, I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. You hated the club. But for me, I have a weird feeling I feel like it's another Bastian Schweinsteiger or someone like that. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. Hopefully Liverpool can, use him and utilize him well. But there are talks that he's going to be like an attacking. No, he can't do that. So hopefully it's a good transfer and it turns out well because that's just good for actually, no. The best case scenario is that Thiago Nah, I'm just playing. But seriously, hopefully he plays well for them and he genuinely has his time of his life. Well, look, he gave us the best parts of his career. He's 29. He's almost 30, man. He's not going to get better. He's not going to get younger. So, yeah, it's a great signing for Liverpool. And an opportunity for Bayern. You have to look at these moments as an opportunity. We have to get a better replacement. We have to get the thing. I don't know. I don't want us to go and get some prospect player, from some I don't know. Just get someone that's there, that's close to his level now. And that's what I want. I want someone like that. Not someone world class like that. You know what I mean? Someone that can get to that world class level soon. He said, we're positive. We have the first game tomorrow. That's the focus now. And have a good squad which can win us the game. That's what Flick said. And he said on the squad, Hansi pretty much just confirming what all of us think, that he needs alternatives. We're taking care of that internally, he said. There's been a lot of media talk lately. We'll leave that to us. We have alternatives, and I'm confident that Hassan and his team are working on improving the quality of the squad. We still have some time. Flick saying he's working and he wants alternatives. He wants backups. So if you're a fan that wanted us to sign backups, then you were right because Hansi Flick wants backups. All this media talk about Flick being unhappy with the current squad and how small it is true. Flick wants backups. He needs a backup right back. And according to sources, the whole thing with Barcelona is true that Barca are in the race for him, but Bayern are ahead because Barcelona have to sell Semedo. And Dest prefers Bayern anyways. Why is this? Not today, man. Not today. Thiago's leaving us and you're turning off on me like this. Embarrassing me in front of my good friends that always love me and leave a like on the videos. What's wrong with you? Nah, but yeah. So on Goretzka pretty much... Actually, I have absolute faith and confidence that Hansi Flick came out, told his players, hey, we need to get this board to act. I need you to say things like, we have a small starter, we have a lot of games, it's going to be intense. Goretzka pretty much said Bayern need to be less intense. So Hansi Flick on Goretzka said he agrees with Leon that there's going to be a lot of games where we might not be as intense. And we don't want to deviate from our style. So for me, that's pretty much Flick saying he wants to be versatile in how we play. But most importantly, he wants backups. He's pretty much briefing these players to say this. So Hansi Flick, man, getting everything correct today. I'm so happy that we don't have a billion social media posts. Goodbye to you. Look, I swear, if I see any Bayern post like how Dortmund do when the player leaves them, goodbye. No. Goodbye to Thiago. Yeah, I mean, he'll be back here in 2 years, you know, getting his, when he retires, well, he's not like 40 years old, but yeah, you know what I mean? Des can play in midfield, by the way. Well, Messi could probably play left back. Should Messi be at left back? Hell to the hell no. So no, let's not get Des. Let's start doing this. I mean, someone said Des can play as a winger. Don't make me start slapping people because I don't want to go to jail, man. I don't want to go to jail. Don't make me start slapping people because when you say things like, oh, Des can play winger, so we don't need a fourth winger, that's a stupid thing to say because, yes, he can play as a winger, but he's not a winger. He's coming in as a backup right back, and that means he's going to play as a right back when the opportunity arises for him to get minutes, and that's how it works. Buying Toni Kroos back, that would be the worst signing in Bayern Munich history. Toni Kroos is a great player, but why the hell would you want to buy him? On Leroy Sané, it looks like Sané is starting tomorrow. Coman's out. He's not out with an injury, of course. He's quarantined because he came into contact with someone with the virus. He tested negative, positive thing, but technically he still has to do this 14-day thing where he's out. You know, he's not in contact with any teammates to make sure that if he does have it and the symptoms aren't showing or it's just not in his system yet, I don't know. He has to stay by himself. So the people that wanted Sané to play in the Super Cup and start, well, he's starting. You know, this is what I didn't want, though. Hansi Flick pretty much said he didn't want to get too fast with Sané. He wanted to integrate him slowly. And Flick is a little bit annoyed with, this is the thing with Coman, man. He had his chance. He could have cemented himself in the first team. But guess what? Now he has to come back, has to get back into the rhythm of training. He's going to start being on the bench. And until Gnabry's out, he's like, this is Coman for you, man. You get a little bit of hope that he can get a little bit of consistency and he gets injured. So it looks like Sané's starting tomorrow. The news about the fans in the stadiums. God damn it, we have to listen to these referees. We have to listen to these players shout to each other. Come on, you're crap. People think I think Coman's crap. That's a joke. Get a joke. You know, no, you're crap. I don't know. We have to listen to these players scream, man. I don't want to hear it. I wanted fans. I wanted I wanted that, man. But I guess we don't get that because there won't be fans in the Allianz tomorrow. Maybe in the next game at home, but I'm not confident on that. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. Yeah, some of you are betting freaks, you know. Some of you send me bets that you wanted to put up. I don't know. Hello, bro, from To Jest Polska ni Bruksela. Look, I'm Polski. I speak Polish. Art right back for sure. Yes, for absolute. Actually, look, I have a lot of questions. Who's a mathematician in here? I feel like some of you are geniuses. You might know a lot of things about math. If you actually know something about math, we'll work through this together. I have a little assignment. I can cheat on it if I want. Yeah, you know, it's legal cheating. You genuinely have a common agenda. Come on. Should look at Phillips. No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't look at Phillips. He's crap. I mean, he's decent, but he's not a Thiago replacement. You know what? Dem. Kind of weird. I'm telling you, these names are getting weirder and weirder. It's like you just go on your keyboard. That's my name. Well, you're saying Camavinga? I would absolutely get gassed as Isaiah Mohammed says, I would get gassed with Camavinga. I would jump around, jump up and down. I would absolutely be excited because that's a player that's already at this high level. I mean, Real Madrid, wow. If Florentino Perez wants a player, you know for sure that player is a baller. Yeah, I would love a Camavinga, but guess what? He's too expensive. He's coming from Rennes. They wouldn't want to take anything less than him. I mean, this guy's saying we took your best player. That's, Thiago wasn't actually our best midfielder this season. In the Champions League, yes. He wasn't actually going to start games unless Pavard didn't get injured. And that's factual because Goretzka and Kimmich were the midfield duo when Thiago got injured. So, he became the midfield duo. But that's nothing to do with anything else, Yeah, it's just, it's normal. I hate people like that, man. And I know not all Liverpool fans are like this, but people that come on and go, you're trying to have banter when no one cares. There's no substance. We don't actually want to cry about this. It's not that deep. I mean, United fans did the same thing with Bastian Schweinsteiger. And of course, Bastian was a big loss, but he was also at the end of his career. He was 31, I believe, right? A little bit older than Thiago there. But it was the same type of banter, like, you're best. And now all of a sudden, Thiago's now our best. And then we'll replace Thiago, and then it'll be someone else. Maybe Goretzka leaves when he's 30. And then it'll be like, we took your best midfielder. And then it'll be a constant cycle, to be completely honest with you, where fans just can't realize that when a player leaves, we're okay. Like, even if Lewandowski leaves, I'm sure everyone's going to cry about it for like a week or two. And then we'll start understanding that, dang, we actually got someone else. And that's why Bayern are on top right now. That's why we're on top of the entire world. Because we actually got here through smart planning. I don't believe we're dusted. We don't need a broom anymore. So he's not our I didn't put Thiago. This wasn't even when he was linked to Liverpool, by the way. I didn't put Thiago was 7th for this entire season before the Champions League. He was 7th. I put him 7th because yes, that's time that man out. I'm not crying. You're crying. Who's cutting onions here? Yeesh. Who's cutting the onions? We doubted Brazo, but him signing Dest. No, I do doubt everyone. You have to have the doubt. Yeah, if you can't doubt someone, then that's weird. I think it's a little bit weird and unusual if you can't doubt. I have to doubt him. I doubt everyone. I can't truly believe, I think everyone's getting carried away, and Brazo this, Brazo that, you're so beautiful. He makes mistakes. He will make mistakes. And that's normal. So for me, it's not about I don't doubt Brazo now because of his actions now, but I could doubt him tomorrow. I change my opinions about football in every 90 minutes. If he signs a player that's great, it's just how I am, man. It's just how we are. It's how we all are, actually. We should all be like that. We should all be judges and just have doubt for everything. Benefit of the doubt. Where does Lewandowski place in the all-time greatest strikers? I would absolutely answer that question if I didn't want to talk about something Lewandowski said. Lewandowski, actually, thank you for bringing it up. He pretty much said the same thing that Goretzka said. I think Hansi Flick told these players, go to the press conferences and just say a few things. It's definitely important for me. Lewandowski said something about players and needing to strengthen. You have to. This is a very great opportunity for Bayern. I'm so happy that this Thiago thing is over. I don't have to go up tomorrow and say, Thiago could stay or he could leave. I don't have to say that. This thing is over, we know for a fact. And this is an opportunity now for Bayern to actually... We're still in a rebuild, by the way. We were still always in a rebuild. We won the Champions League because we had the best manager in the world. Hansi Flick won us that Champions League. Of course, we had good players, but he basically made Boateng and Muller and Neuer back into their full selves. Flick is the reason we won that trophy. And now that we have Flick and we have that great of a manager, we have to then replace players. There are names out there. There are lots of names out there. There are players that are already established. You see, what I don't want is we have a lot of similarities in our squad. I think if you look at it, I mean, some people, yes, I guess this is true. Tolisso and Goretzka are similar. Tolisso with his third man runs, I guess they're similar in that way. Goretzka is just miles ahead of him, in every regard. Shooting, passing, everything. Goretzka's ahead. So I guess Tolisso would be the backup for Goretzka, for example. Kimmich, I guess Cousins would be considered the Kimmich backup, right? Adrian Fine's in there. Kouassi's in there if he's needed in the midfield, but he's a center back. And then for me, you don't have a Thiago-like player. I don't think Cousins is a Thiago. For me, a Thiago-like player, you have to compare their stats, compare how they play. And look, the eye test is really important. There are players out there that you could look at and say, that's a Thiago player. Or you can look at with stats and say, that's a Thiago player. But for me, it's all about stats aren't everything. You know, stats make you think Lukaku was the same player that R9 was. But Lukaku's crap. R9 was one of the greatest players of all time in his prime. Peak R9 could eat a lot of McDonald's and he'd be still cold. And for me, it's just, you have to look at it, you know. Thiago is a rarity. Coutinho was the closest to him in our school. I mean, yes, they were friends, but they played on the opposite side of the pitch. It's like saying Neuer and Lewandowski were the closest. I mean, if you mean they were friends, then I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeesh. Philip Lahm's FIFA card is funny. They gave Lahm a 91. Why did EA have just 91 for Philip Lahm in FIFA? That's the dumbest thing ever. He actually got a good card with good pace. I'm actually looking at the card now. It's good pace. I could use that card in FIFA if I actually cared to buy the game. It's a crap company. I'm not supporting EA anymore. Yeah, I mean, they actually gave, it should have been maybe 95, 90s. I don't know, you could argue that, but they actually gave him a good card. The physicality is lacking there because Lahm wasn't the strongest. But look, Thiago, Flick wants the signings. You have to back him up. Pep Guardiola had a similar thing. I mean, Bayern can't make the same mistakes we made in 2013 or after 2013. We did strengthen. You know, in hindsight, at the time, Mario Götze was a great signing. But Pep Guardiola wanted Neymar and Hazard, players like that at Bayern. He wanted Suarez at Bayern. He ended up going to Barcelona. And I'm not saying we should have signed them, of course. I'm just saying, who did we buy instead of them? We bought Coman, Douglas Costa, and we got Götze. You can look at it and say, oh, but then also we got Lewandowski, so that was a great steal. For me, I feel like our board has this unique history of giving managers players that are good players, but not necessarily at that level. Do you think Carlo was begging and sitting down and kneeling down for Tolisso when we bought Tolisso? Bayern could have bought someone else. We could have went in and tried for a Paul Pogba or someone else. I feel like we are always trying to buy a level below. We're always trying to get that player that's just a little bit less expensive because we're trying to save money. And Flick right now can't have the same thing happen to him. Jupp Heynckes succeeded in such a short amount of time, got to 2 Champions League finals so quickly because he got the players he wanted. He wanted a center back, they bought Boateng. He wanted a goalkeeper, they bought Neuer. That was the level. He got leveled up players. Combine that with players like Muller and all these guys, and we won a treble with it, with Jupp Heynckes, our first ever treble with Jupp Heynckes, man. And then, after the treble, players are aging. Mandzukic is going to leave. Players age up. And then that's when you need to make sure you buy players at a similar level. We can't keep doing in 3 years you could be good. We can't do that. For every Kimmich, we have to also try and sign a Sane, in my opinion. We have to try and sign a player above or already. Sane is already world class. I'm sorry, but there are people that are saying Sane isn't a potential player. The guy is already code. He's already, for me, he's closer to being the finished product than people think. Sane getting more starts than ever and more consistent run of games is just going to be there. George, according to you, who's better, Alex Ferguson or Jupp Heynckes? Well, it's Jupp Heynckes because he succeeded at Real Madrid, did it at Bayern. You know, tactically, Jupp was probably a great manager and he stopped tiki-taka. I think Sir Alex Ferguson was more long-term because of his just overall demeanor as a coach. And it's crazy because you're comparing two. More long-term, but Jupp Heynckes won Champions Leagues with different clubs, I remember in 2015-16, we broke the record for the oldest combined. Yeah, we can't do these types of things again. And that's normal. Look, if you're someone that says, we need this player, I don't mind people saying that. But we have to be consistent. I can't wait tomorrow to see how the players play, by the way. There's always going to be that element from the players. I don't look. I actually play the sport. I emulate my game around Thiago. That's why I wear the number 6. Paul Pogba and Thiago are two of my favorite players in the world. I didn't play some of the game. I'm not gonna lie. I got annoyed. There was a kid playing over me. I didn't like him. He was crap. Honestly, I didn't. There were moments where I was just thinking, damn, why is this kid playing? I'm better than him in every single way. I'm better than him at everything. There was no reason. But sometimes it's about politics. What if a player, is playing? Some of our players would feel like, dang, we need a better player here. I bet you Lewandowski and Müller are running up jokes on Corentin Tolisso. He can't speak German. I bet you they are. I bet you Kimmich is laughing. But they're not going to... It's normal. They're professionals. I bet you Tolisso being trusted to fill Thiago's gap. You know what? That's like a woman putting on high heels, but her foot is very big. And wide foot. But it's like, she ain't fitting in those. He's not going to fit in Thiago's shoes, Tolisso. You can't say things like that. You can't say, I don't want us to do that. We can't do that again. Tolisso trusted to replace Thiago. This guy can't turn on pressure. He can't do that sexy pass around his foot. Is Camavinga impossible? Well, he's not leaving Rennes this season as far as I'm concerned. He's not going to leave. Next year's transfer window is going to be huge. I mean, Flick wants to defend this Champions League title. I can just see it in his face. He wants to win it again and make even more history. We have never gotten... Oh, man. Yeesh. I really want Flick to get his players, man. That would absolutely please me up if he got a winger and the players he wanted, right? That would make me so happy. Because at the end of the day, it's about your managers. And Cousins needs play time. Guy's amazing with the ball. Yes, and that's it. I love the Cousins love. I love it, right? I love when people say things like Cousins. But Cousins, like Sir Rami says, he's very immature. Exactly. That's where we're at. Cousins needs time. People think you can't fit, 4 players into it. You can. You can have minutes. Flick is pretty much saying, we're going to have a lot of games. I'm going to need to rotate a squad. I'm going to need to give Lewandowski and Müller rest. We can't do that. At least Bayern have good owners, unlike us. Well, we don't actually have owners. We have it's owned, it's fan-owned. No one really owns Bayern. It's owned by Adidas. It's owned by Audi. They have shares in the company. Bayern isn't like United where we're on the stock market. We don't actually. No one owns us. I hope everyone understood that. Because you're all stupid. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, but we don't have an owner. So if you were like, Bayern, it's very hard to run a club like we do. It's very hard. It's much harder than running a Real Madrid actually Madrid also have members, but it's very hard to, I don't know. For me, it's even harder to run a club like Bayern than United, where you have owners and it could, for me, even if Bayern had a terrible president, you vote him out. And that's it. The same with Barcelona. They're going to vote out Bartomeu, and they'll be back to themselves. They'll be back to getting managed better, and that's normal. That's normal. So for me, that's where I'm at. I mean, Barcelona's downfall started with signing just players instead of using La Masia, wasn't it? So it's not the same. Not quite the same. Not quite the same. Naraj is just blocking FM, the Liverpool fan. Thiago, Henderson, Keita, and then there's the Love Eyes. I can't stand when people hype up to me. Well, look, Thiago's going to be Liverpool's best player. He is. He's better than all their players. Technically, he's a better footballer than every single player in that squad for Liverpool. He's not, he's going to be their most influential player, most likely. I'm telling you, Thiago's going to walk into Liverpool's team as their best player. Well, I can't stand Liverpool either, but you know what? It is what happens. Anfield agenda, my guy. I'm sure all the Liverpool fans that watch the channel, you know what? This is what this channel is about. Even if some of you are annoying Chelsea fans, United fans everywhere, Liverpool fans, this channel is diverse. We got all races here. We got small, not good racers. And then we got fast racers. We got every single one of you here. So I really appreciate each and every single person that tunes in. Even if you hate me, there are people that think I'm deluded because I think this player is better than this. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy Thiago, and that's it. But look, we can't be looking at this in a negative light. I don't ever. You won't find me negative. I'm probably that one friend that's overly positive. I take things that shouldn't be made as positive, and I make them into positives. And you should do that for your life. I don't think us losing Thiago is that much of a negative, as much as it is that we actually make the right decision to replace him. I hope we do. I hope at the end of the window we're talking about someone like a Ishmael Benissa. Benissa loves Thiago. The kid had an interview just twerking for Thiago. And you know what? The funny thing is that Thiago has all of a sudden been one of the best midfielders or the best midfielder in the world just because he's joining a Premier League club. This is why I don't respect the Premier League. It's so weird to me. It just, well, no, I respect the Premier League. It's just maybe English football in general. There's a lot of hubris involved in that. England are a loser country, and that's not a bad thing. It is. Look, the United States, the Revolutionary War, 13 states with limited military. It can't be beating a country. England were the kings of the world. They got beaten because of hubris. Hubris is a very bad thing, man. And I think the Premier League has that, where it's like, oh, we're the end-all and be-all of football because it started here. You always sing it's coming home every single World Cup, but it never comes home. It never does. It doesn't even try to knock on your door. It's England, or you see that meme of that guy, looking elsewhere and his girl's neck. England, that's the World Cup with England. It's looking elsewhere. It's never coming to you, man. I think that's the most annoying thing about just. Yeah, I can't stand it. I'm annoyed. It's irritating. I'm sorry to say England is a loser. I know they're British, but it is to me. I don't respect English football and how it is. It's too much hubris, too much arrogance, man. Oh, well, it's perfect but pricey. Yeah, but you have to spend some money sometimes. You have to spend the money. Yeah, we have to do it for David Silva and his girlfriend, Pep. Did Pep Guardiola actually say he wouldn't sign a Bayern player? Is that why Thiago wasn't ever linked to City? Yeah, did Pep say that somewhere? Yeah, so. What would you think of Wanyam? Are you trying to kill me? Wanya? Who's Wanya? What are these Wi-Fi password names you're coming up with? Wanyapa as a short term. We don't need no short term replacement. Thiago was the short term replacement for him. He was. I can't lie. Apparently, there's sources that. I mean, did Tottenham get Bale? I'm not sure, but apparently, yeah, there was talk of I don't know. What was I trying? Oh, what was I trying to say? I swear I had something cool to say, but people bring up short terms all the time. By the way, leave a like on the video. We have Bayern tomorrow. I think the watch along is going to be it's going to start very close to the game. So it's going to start very close to the game. So tune in for that. We're going to have a very fun time watching Bayern again. So subscribe, notifications on. It's very important. And we can kick this next season off. I mean, I'm sure everyone's just going to be thinking about Thiago, man. Yeah, I mean, so weird. It's absolutely weird. We're going to be thinking about it. I have a suggestion for you. That'd be great if you could just type it. I mean, look, who's going to win the Prem? Because Thiago's journey, yeah, it's going to be. I still have a big feeling that Bayern would win the Champions League again with Thiago or without Thiago. I think Liverpool are going to struggle in the Prem. And it's not about Thiago or their signing. I just feel like, well, they might actually be more motivated, to be fair, because you can look at it both ways. They didn't have fans in their stadiums, right? They didn't have fans in the stadiums. Where can we watch in India? I don't know. I don't know how you watch in India. The Bundesliga didn't figure that out. Apparently, they made a deal with the Brazilian. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the Bundesliga is not good at doing anything business-wise. Someone explained it perfectly. A German thing. It's a German thing. It's a cultural thing. It's not actually just a German thing. It's a lot of countries have this, where it's really about product. It's about the quality of product. So the Bundesliga focuses on the quality of things, but rather doesn't focus on the marketing. Well, in America, it's completely different. Things about, business is about perception over here. You have, belts costing people $500 because it's about perception. If you can think something is worth something or a brand is worth something, then it is. The Premier League is the same way. It's about perception. The Premier League's quality of football isn't actually that good, but they're so good at building excitement that it just sucks people in to the point where you don't actually. That's it for me. That's how it works, in my opinion. But the Bundesliga has always just been about product, quality, all these things. But sometimes you just have to prioritize perception, and that's why the marketing aspect of the league is so poor, because it's about product and not perception. Perception is very important in business, especially in capitalism, where you have different leagues, right? Sports is just a capitalistic world. As much as people don't like capitalism, it's a very smart business model. The best product wins, but at the same time, you somehow have to build your product up and market it well. Marketing is a huge part. So thanks for the person that commented that, because it made me understand it even more. Football is a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. I agree, Sachin. I agree. Get Marcelo Brozovic. Yeah, according to sources, I thought we were actually close to him, because Italian sources that were trusted, I think Damasio came out with it, saying Bayern wanted Brozovic. Actually, we don't. Bild said no, and there haven't been any developments. I thought maybe we wanted to get him and, to get the Croatian thing, but I guess it didn't work. Yeah. You know what? Next year's Champions League is going to be fun. I think it's going to... I'm in a weird way, it's kind of cool that we have things that we don't know yet, Sometimes I feel like we know, this team's... Barcelona could be the surprise. Ajax could turn into the Ajax, of 2018. Things can change very quickly. And I'm so excited for next year's UCL. I mean, our group stage, we could pick up Man United. There's like a 20% or 15% chance of that happening because we're in different... imagine if we pick United. Well, I need an English team. I don't want to play any Italian teams. I don't want to play any... I'm sorry. I don't want to play Barcelona in the group stage. I don't want to play PSG. I want to play like Man United because it's more fun for me, man. It was so fun smacking Tottenham up, man. It was great. It was sensational. We need that. So I can't wait. I can't wait. What is everyone... Oh, the Premier League's going on? Why is Spurs playing on a Sunday? It's a Thursday, actually. Why are they playing on a Thursday? The Premier League is going on? Oh, who are they playing? Oh, shoot. It's the Europa League qualifiers. Wait, I thought they got 6. Why are they playing qualifiers? I mean, I don't care. I don't care. They can play all they want. We're towards the end of the show. I appreciate everyone that's been here today. But I need to abuse some of you. Some of you are smarter than me, so I need to abuse you. I have a math question that I need to answer. I need answers. Okay, so we'll zoom that in. Look, look, come on. Just help me out. Help me out. I just make these videos, but look, help me out. Help me out. I'm sure some of you will Google this. Here's my math question. So, it's classwork. I can use help. So, the question is, what is the effect? It's a function problem. So, what is this? Is it become wider? So, I'm sure one of you will screenshot this, DM me on Instagram. What is the range of this? I already have. I have 2 attempts. I can't miss it again. Come on. Help me out. Help me out. Okay. That's my math question. So, help me out there. Please. I know you can. I know some of you can. Come on. You can do it. Becomes, okay, narrower. Okay. There we go. That's the answer for that. Okay, I'll answer it. 1 and 3. Ooh. I swear, you can't be serious. Okay, it becomes... Oh, I get it. I see what you mean. Oh, it does become narrower. I'm looking at it now. Okay, cool. Because the first one, yeah. I thank you. That helped my math problem. Thank you so much. Photo... I can't do photo. I'm really bad at cheating. I can't cheat. I can use help. They didn't know I could use help of people all around the world. Mathematicians from every single country. George, ever since I have been a moderator, Bayern have won every single game. Don't give me ideas of, now I'm going to make someone else a mod just for that. I'm going to just give someone else a moderation. like myself, a Bayern Munich fan, really sad. This messed up my vibe. You know what? I actually thought Thiago would stay too. There was a feeling that Liverpool wouldn't pay 30 million for him. But apparently, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. The money. Apparently, it's like 5 million a year. That's normal. But it's pretty stupid. But it's still going to be 30 million with add-ons included. So they're going to pay us on an installment thing. We're doing the same with Lucas Hernandez. So it's not like it's not that deep. It's people are making it seem like we got absolutely bodied. They paid us Bayern weren't gonna get in the way of Thiago. We ain't Barcelona. We're not keeping our players hostage. But we were never gonna be like, you gotta give our station only that. You ain't doing that. So for me, United fans are constantly getting excited about this whole Dortmund Sancho thing. It's weird to me. They almost lost to Leeds. They needed to get their. Who are we talking? Oh, Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Liverpool will get a better defense. Van Dijk becoming the Ronald McDonald with a bun. You hate to see it. You hate to see it happen. I actually thought this deal. I got to give it to Liverpool. They actually just surprised everyone because no one. Everyone was like, "Oh, the talks are suspect." Even Falk, Christian Fraud, he came out and said things like, the things are slowing down. Things are slowing down. And then even Fabrizio Romano said talks aren't that. The things are slow. Liverpool want to go in at the end of the window. I thought that was gonna happen. Bayern would reject a bid and they go. But bro, the weird thing is things didn't actually slow down. They just went so fast with Liverpool, and that's good for them. Thiago to Liverpool is official. Yes, Flick confirmed it. Yes, it's official. Hansi Flick said, Thiago said good. He's gone. And, Fabrizio, every credible journalist knows he's going to Liverpool. I mean, I get it. The best of... See, that's what I mean. These names get weird. Like, I'm telling you. Now I'm starting to think, it's weird because I genuinely had a feeling in my heart he'd stay. But then Liverpool just got in. Van Dijk's crap. Yeah, Ronald McDonald with a bun. You can't stand it. Well, we're towards the end of the show. Thank you everyone that's tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be live for Bayern versus Schalke, the match watch along. I can't lie. I hate it. Why are there no fans? Dortmund are gonna have 20,000 fans. Why can't we have 20,000 fans? They're little hippie side of the country of Germany with a bunch of hipsters. Yeah, why can't we have that? Why can't we have that, man? I want fans. I don't want to hear referees, man. But yeah, thank you everyone so much. Leave a like. Let the fans start Pogba to buy. No, we shouldn't start Pogba. I swear, SKB, you didn't rate Pogba. You didn't rate him. And then I made you rate him, and all of a sudden you want him. you love to see my influence in football grow. Yeah. Mia san mia and peace.